over yet. I just introduced everything, and you couldn't see it. But we have the pistol. It's all started. Press 8. Starting with some good shots. Continuing on aggression from Thomas here. And as I was saying, before I actually transitioned over to this, here we are for the third and final game, and final game of the night, between Alternate aTTaX and Team Endpoint here on round 3 of the losers side. Nice shot there from Thomas for the MDL playoffs as Thomas is tearing through this defense. It was even, then he picks up 2 quick frags to set this team on up. Trio should be able to get the spawn. So on aTTaX, trying to still win this out. STFN getting aggressive. Doesn't find the first shot, doesn't even find, oh! It's the headshot right at the end there, but takes a lot of damage for it. Thomas is going to finish that one on off with a... That was an ace! Wow, from Thomas. Absolutely stellar from the man himself. Spam this ogre to keep him going. I can't remember how the rhyme goes. But yeah, Team Endpoint with a good start. Considering how last match went for them, they're definitely going to need it, as they were very much struggling early on there. Again, if you haven't been watching the rest of the games today, I am Rook. You can find out more information about me by pressing !caster. And some good nades early on. We'll net a frag onto Thomas, almost literally. My mouse. On in, Cressy shuts down the first player with that deagle. 5 deagles versus 3 actual guns. Mac 10 for Robin, but rifles for the other 2 remaining on this team. This boost allows for a quick, clean shot onto Mighty Max. Doesn't quite finish him off as it is a body shot, but they're looking to get the spawn at the very least. They're not looking to contest him. The smoke continues to be in position as they're trying to just spam out Robin here. They get one through the smoke, but that's a wallbang and won't lead to any kills. Crucial has to be careful here. Now he's in a very awkward spot. Cressy steps a little bit far. Robin finds him. Mirbit. Good shot there from STFN. Nice stop of the defuse. Crucial versus Mirbit here with the Mac 10. He jumps round, gets the headshot, and will be able to net that W for the team. He's looking for the defuser. He's not going to be able to get it. His team does not have the defuse kit, and that's why you always say, don't be a loser, buy a diffuser. Alternate aTTaX win in terms of kills, but cannot pick up the round anyway. Team Endpoint with a solid start to this game. Could have been better, for sure, but not too shabby either. I just pulled my mic completely down. Whoops. There we go. That should be locked back into place. As I said, Endpoint really need a good start. Single rifle for alternate aTTaX. They're saving up for this next round where they can properly buy. Pushing up into the high ground. Difficult for Endpoint right now. Cressy playing up on this high angle. Looking to catch one. Does take him down. Doesn't quite finish off the other. Frags back and forth. That's crucial. Picked up by STFN, but Thomas, happy to refrag, picks up that rifle and will be setting themselves up this next round. Mighty Max is just waiting around the corner, looking for the push to come on in. This is such a great position for them right now. Stat from Mighty Max. Peeks back round after taking a little bit of damage. Looking for that little clutch. Mirbit. 1 versus 2. Has the AK. Oh, gets a lot of damage onto Thomas there, but hasn't quite netted the round yet. aTTaX have struggled to close out so far in this half. Big problems for them, but Mirbit turns away, expecting the kill to already come onto Robin, but didn't quite have it. As a result, got sprayed down. Team Endpoint picking up that round. 3-0 start. It's a good start, evidently. But Alternate aTTaX, again, in this position to flip the tables, really show Endpoint what they've got. Slack's back on this ult. Absolutely fantastic play earlier today, earlier this series. Really showing up as well. Cressy, normally the big star for this team, but didn't have a bad game by any means last game, but Slacks, and I think it was Nibit or it was STFN, really stepped up for this team. Yes, I'm just doing commentary. I'm not playing. Max with a good starting frag here into Scrunk. Thomas gets the shot. You guys can see the game, right? Let me just turn my... Yeah, you can. Okay, good. I was worried for a second there. You could not see the game. Crucial takes down STFN. And sets them up for a little bit more. Maybe gets a screen. I'm looking for a little bit more, but unfortunately, Surreal takes away the extra credit that he otherwise would have gotten. They're going to be able to get this plant on site. From there, continue to put this on down. Mighty Max jumping on up, looking for a little bit more, but Slacks pushing up aggressively, and I think it's a big mistake. I think he was maybe looking to save actually because he was on the opposite side of the map, but loses that AWP, and that's gonna hurt. Instead, it goes over to Crucial and sets them up for this next round. Surreal. To push on forward. Almost is the one to enter the first exchange. Good HE, but he pushes on forward anyway. Only takes a little bit. Nibit trying to find those Eagle one taps that can be so prevalent in some of these games. Crucial. Pushing through smoke with an Horb. A dangerous task if I've ever seen one. A Scrunk. As for CZ, we'll be able to trade back and forth. He is AWP'd out by Thomas. Taking that AK is going to be a difficult task for aTTaX. They're looking to push on up. Take that rifle for their own. They want to go and get it. But they know what's going to happen if they do. Nice shot there from Slacks. But he does get refragged. Surreal has to be careful because there is someone to back him up. More late towards the back there, but no one's actually waiting. Wait for the movement, but... Comes out a little late. Smoke goes on in. Cressy is behind. He's looking for this. Almost gets the kill onto Crucial there. Takes him on down, and now with the AK, he's not able to find a thing. Crucial. Into Raptor's gunfire is able to put a stop to that one. The 5-7 of STFN tells him to STFU. Maybe odding the smoke with them. Crucial 1 versus 2. And Crucial has been massive so far today, but unfortunately, pushing into that is too darn difficult. Rifles are plenty for aTTaX right now. As Endpoint are able to buy back up into them as well. Oh. With a good spray down. Didn't lead to anything yet. This could be a big round to really turn things around for them. But they're going to have to actually make the plays. As when they're dictating the pace, Endpoint have been fantastic. Good molly. Oh, don't ring true. It's down to Scrunk to find that one, but he does get taken down in response. Thomas. With Mighty Max pushing on up like that, that is fantastic. For on aTTaX right now. Sorry, for Endpoint right now. Trading back and forth. Rifles in every hand. STFN starting to go on that rotate to try and catch someone out, but it's going to be Cressy who falls. It's Surreal continuing to put that pressure on. Expecting someone to push him, but it never comes. With the backup from the rest of their team, they're looking to try and clear out these positions. Mighty Max. Very much looking forward to it. seems to relish the challenge right now. Checks out the one. Surreal is the first to push, however, and SDFN will be the only remaining player of Ultimate Attacks. Not a lot of time left, and that's a good molly. They tried to push on out through the smoke. SDFN gets one. Sprays gets three. Absolutely stellar from this player. And Endpoint, in a round where they were really set up to win, do not manage to take it. Ultimate Attacks just about able to clutch that one out. And now, open hand. That one's going over. 2 slacks here. Well, that's been pretty darn good with that. And Attacks, continuing with some really strong CT. Endpoint, try as they might, but it's these little situations, these edge cases, which keep on getting them caught. And Attacks, they've been punishing them completely. Cressy. Back on up. Mighty Max continuing to get aggressive. He is looking. Takes down one. That one, well, that's pretty solid with Scrunk going down as well. Surreal. Continuing the fragging tradition of his team. Able to pick up a rifle. 3 versus 3. Not the best situation, obviously, for Endpoint with such low health totals. But considering where they started off this round, pretty darn happy to be here, honestly. TFN, who's stopping this position to spray. Comes on through. Does get a little bit of damage onto Robin, but it isn't enough. Molly. Lands almost! Nets them a frag there onto Surreal, but won't quite finish him off. It'll be Mirbit, who's looking to take down a couple of these remaining players. Endpoint very happy with the money they've just picked up. Even if they lose this round, it's not the end of the world for them. They're very happy to take what they can get. Bit of damage onto Mirbit, but it isn't enough to finish him off. There's TFN taking that frag. There's Attacks, bringing this round score ever closer. Endpoint in a pretty good position, though. They've got the money to buy. They're round up still. Everything's coming up then. Surreal. Getting a bit of that spray early on, but doesn't quite go down to it. Robin. Jiggling this angle. Mighty Max. Has to be very careful. Takes a little bit of damage, but doesn't quite finish him off. It's going to be Cressy, who actually comes off worse than that bargain. Robin. Continuing to push on up with the rest of their team. Looking towards this B site. A good nade from Mirbit there does a hell of a lot of damage and gives a hell of a lot of information over. You can already see the rotate coming in from Cressy. That molly does force out a smoke, but who cares about the smoke? It's STFN holding this angle. On the other side of that smoke, there are 2 players. Just hold down left click. All yours, man. He finds the first. But going down to 4th, he just backs on up. Scrunk will clean that up, but Robin running shot after shot. Oh! Doesn't quite take him down. As STFN will live for now. And Scrunk is very much on the hunt. Robin? On a little bit of the hunt himself. Finished off 2 with a nice headshot there as well. 1 versus 2. A nice opportunity for him here. Scrunk. Holding the angle. There we go. Robin takes him down. Sorry, he takes Robin down. Ultimate Attacks. Bring the scores back to even. Could be a buy here from Endpoint. Don't think it will be. I think we're going to be seeing pistols. So. Pardon me. As we can see on screen. Some good stuff. I think it's a little bit early to be calling it over. But Attacks definitely feeling more comfortable for themselves. Thomas. Checks to his right, takes... No, doesn't even finish off Scrunk. That's unfortunate to see, but maybe taking a bit of damage. Endpoint are getting it where they need to. Quite finishing people off. Slack's holding the angle with AWP right now. Endpoint. Need to turn it up a notch. Next round. It's going to be important for them. Win or lose on this. You can hear? Moving up. And the rotates are already there. A lot of players here for ultimate attacks. That's a good molly. Does manage to finish off Scrunk. They take a lot of damage on the backside here. Out in the open. Robin does fall, but the bomb goes down. And playing a bit aggressive. STFN. Covering the angle for his teammate. Crucial. Almost taking down Slacks, but with the backup that they're receiving, it doesn't even matter. That's a nice headshot for Surreal. A nice shot onto Slacks. Make that another. One more in the bag, and it is over in this round. STFN baiting out the shot. Surreal, you need time to defuse to try and get this shot and also get the reload. He gets the knife. Endpoint pick up the W there with a brilliant end to the round. Surreal able to clutch out of the team with the 4K. Deagle shot into Deagle shot into Deagle shot into knife. Coming up clutch when it's necessary. Endpoint keep the dream alive. They continue their lead. And now against Pistols with a buy of their own. This round, this half, started off well for them. But started to quickly spiral out of control. And now they put the brakes on a little bit. Mighty Max looking to get aggressive here. They know there's only pistols in hand. Almost kills his teammate there for a second. I was worried. But does manage to dispatch two with the help of said teammate. Endpoint trying not to give up rifles where they don't need to. Playing back in these angles. Waiting for the rotates that they know these pistol players are going to have to put on in. Endpoint going to be able to get this plant pretty easily. And from there, take control of that. Who are CT, Ultimate Attacks. They are a German MDL team. They're pretty good. Look, I'm trying not to make crucial puns, and I'd appreciate if you refrain from doing the same. They're low-hanging fruit. DSOTM. I don't know how to say your name. I'm not gonna lie. DeSotum. Who is CT? Who is T? Can you not see? Am I... Okay. Oh! Crucial with a good shot, but Mirbit responds in kind. Picks up 2 frags onto the attacking side. The T side unable to make the aggression. Thomas? Ready to pounce, but no one there to get aggressive onto. Scrunk. A good molly. Buys him a little bit of time. This Mighty Max is starting to rotate around the map. Doesn't know where a couple of these players are, but starting to move on forward. Just to his left, you can see Cressy through the X-ray. And he's holding such a good position right now for this team. The rest of Alternate Attacks have been on lockdown. And Sax is very ready and waiting to make this push. He hears the nade. Cressy's very much ready to pull this ambush trigger. Takes down one. Can't get the other. 2 versus 4. Rotates, come on in. The molly forces Cressy out, but the smoke buys him enough time. Takes a bunch of damage through the wallbang there, but does not fall. Cressy still alive, importantly here. Thomas peeks on out. Takes down one as Scrunk tries to get aggressive. Drops on over Mighty Max with a cheeky spray, but doesn't net the kill. Going to be able to get that bomb down and gets up onto orange boxes here. Slacks holding the front angle. As the flank comes on in, you could see it from Mirbit. He's ready. He's willing. Mighty Max and the gang don't want to drop this round. This is so key for them. This is a perfect opportunity to get the spray. He's run out of bullets. Mirbit will fall. Slacks. Finds the shot. Absolutely brilliant. Ever since that second game, this man has been absolutely on it for alternate attacks. Endpoint, try as you might, 2v4. You got so close. But unfortunately, the last man stopping you was him on that AWP. Not been so impressive so far this game, but done close. Yeah, but definitely been pumping out these frags recently. It's actually been him and STFN really showing up here. Cressy not having such a good game as his Series 1 and Map 1. Today. Maybe tiring out a little bit, but the rest of the team very much stepping up to the plate. They're not just built around him, you know. The rest of them can show up too. Right, Max? He catches sight of him, takes down Mirbit early on here. Does go down, but at least manages to take Scrunk with him. However, STFN, one of those other big fraggers for today, has been bricking up the numbers where it's needed. 2 AKs versus most likely going to be rifle, AWP. 3 players for alternate attacks. We've seen them fall in these situations before. Cressy on the rotate quickly will not let that happen. Lack of T rounds. Genuinely hurting Endpoint here. They need to pick up a couple more. They want to go into this CT side with a big advantage. But it's been hard. Alternate attacks, CT sides have been very impressive so far. And dealing with them properly has been a problem for Endpoint. Especially as we saw in Game 2, where they dropped 16-5 on a map that they won just yesterday, 16-7. Nice spray, but doesn't quite lead to any kills. Thomas takes a bit of damage, but Crucial using this opportunity to move on up aggressive. Holds the position. He knows that the aggression's coming. Doesn't actually go for it. And really intelligent moves there from Endpoint. Not just going full aggressive all the time. Nice spray back through. Does find a little bit of damage onto Crucial, but won't lead to all too much. STFN going to put down that molly. Getting ready to rotate. Knowing as soon as that bomb plant goes, they're ready to do it. The rotate isn't coming on in. Endpoint aren't going towards that B site. They don't want to mess around. That's always been a problem for them. B site has been a little bit awkward in getting that down. Especially pushing up these stairs. 40 seconds on the clock. Good flash and a good couple of deagle shots from Robin is more than enough to take down this couple as Mirbit falls as well. Sure, STFN will trade out one. You can see him holding the angle. Cressy tries to get aggressive as the rotate comes on through. Endpoint are moving over to this B side, but you can see attacks, no. Slacks is already in position. STFN was already there. Crucial tries to move on in. The spray down comes on in. We do see good frags back and forth, but Slacks shuts it down. 10 seconds on the clock. Robin needs to make the play. They don't know where he is. Now they do. Right in the crosshairs. And alternate attacks picking up more CT rounds than Endpoint would really like right now. And the call to rotate, completely read by alternate attacks. The aggression from Cressy gives them the information they need, even though he goes down. And they shut it down. Attacks have been so fantastic on reading these. And just brilliant CT play so far. But against this aggression, they've been known to lose a couple of players. So Endpoint, probably going to pick up a frag or two. They pick up one so far. Looking for a little bit more. Make that 2. It's Crucial adds to the body total. MP9 in hand, but not much health for Crucial himself. Armin. Has been picking up a couple of frags to his team, especially with these pistols. That is more than enough. Almost takes him down. Up shot through that. Trying to get some damage down with those more automatic weapons. This spraying through the smokes is such an effective strategy. They know now where Cressy is. He will fall. As Crucial, dropping off of position, takes down yet another. He will fall. STFN will clean up the round yet again from these defensive positions. Absolutely fantastic. Alternate attacks. Just able to make these retakes time after time. Playing so well here. Last round and a half. And Endpoint, well, they wanted to pick up a lot more, but they want to pick up this one. Keeping it close and making the work that they have to do on the CT side so much easier. Holding strong yet again on these stairs. You cannot push that aggressively up them, Endpoint. You just get shut down every time. Mistakes being made across the board. But this flank from Mighty Max might be able to make up for it. Smokes go on in. You can see Robin looking to try and check for a couple of these players. Molly does land. I don't know how much it will get. Let's return Molly's come on in. And with Endpoint having sight control, you should be able to get this. Mighty Max watching for the flank. He knows exactly what's going on. He's done a load of flanks in his time. He's not willing to let it happen back to them. GG, Robin coming on in. Cressy takes out wide. Gets the shot to Crucial, who does manage to trade back out. Robin is definitely there for their team. The bomb is already going to explode. This is going to be the final round for them. They pick up the frag onto Scrunk. And not a terrible start for Endpoint. There we go. Back on into the match. Another moment too soon. Thank you to everyone who's been with us the whole day. I know it's been a long time. We've been here since 5 PM my time. It's been a long day, but a good day. Scrunk. Coming on in. Good nade there. Buying the little bit of damage that he might need. But some good pistoling from Endpoint. Going to open up this round pretty darn well for them. Picking up a second pistol would be fantastic. And trying to play a little bit too aggressive is STFN. Evening up the scores, but again, in these later rounds, definitely very two-sided. Again, hello to any of you who have just joined us so late in the day. I am Rook. If you want to find out more information about me, !casters in the chat, and you can get my Twitter and some other social media stuff. And this is playoffs. This is round 3 losers. The loser of this gets eliminated. Contention for one hell of a pop bonus. We're playing for 4.5k right now in terms of difference between their positions. Scrunk taking one hell of a chunk in this situation. STFN going to push up aggressive. But Endpoint not willing to let him. The smokes go on in. The flashes soon to follow. Mighty Max with the molly, trying to deny that push as well. STFN is in a safe place for now. Mighty Max, well, he's in a safe place now. Taken right off the board. And as he jumps, surreal, clipped by some of the spray there. Slacks takes down Crucial, and what was looking like a great round, for Endpoint, now looks a lot more awkward. But you have to be careful, because as you can see, UMP from Thomas, certainly scary. They're looking to move on in for that. Nice shot there from Robin. Be able to pick up one, but 3 versus 1 now makes things kind of difficult. It was a great start for them, but Endpoint getting caught out in a couple of ways there. Some brilliant deagling from aTTaX. That's them. Well, what looks like the round, unless something crazy comes out right now. I think Robin is sensible in backing off. You don't want to lose out on this rifle. You don't want to give it away. Because if you do and you lose, these next couple of rounds are so darn brutal for Endpoint. Oh, no. Oh, okay. That's what he's doing. I thought it was like looking for an angle around the corner there. I don't know the backstory for Surreal, unfortunately. I don't have such in-depth backstory about all of these players, unfortunately. I would love to give it to you, but I just don't know. I'm sure you can ask him on Twitter. I don't know what his Twitter is, but if you look at Endpoint's Twitter, I'm sure they'll have mentioned him at somewhere on there. Team Endpoint. With a couple of rifles, but not even the good ones. It's the FAMAS. In tow for 2 of these players, and Deagles for the rest. But we've seen already on this map how darn devastating those Deagles can be. CFN with a good molly to try and stop any aggression from Endpoint here. They're not letting anything cheeky happen here. Some okay damage from the HE though. There's now aTTaX using that as an opportunity to move on up aggressive. Cressy leading the charges. The HE comes on in. 5-7 in Thomas's hands. But its high rate of fire can easily rip through a player if they're not careful. Cressy, he has a high rate of fire weapon of his own. With that smoke, he's beginning to look very aggressive, especially because they found that first pick. Finishes off Thomas. Crucial falls too. Robin trying his darndest to get a couple of frags here, but it could be oh so difficult. Mirbit, waiting just around the corner. Peeks on out, takes down Robin. 1v4, Mighty Max in a very difficult position. Mighty Max, he got the first, but the other 3 were hard to pick up here. Alternate aTTaX, looking like they're trying to close this game out pretty darn quick. A good pistol from Endpoint, but unable to convert that into anything more, and the advantage that you get from winning that, completely squandered. Alternate aTTaX have been on a streak right now. After that second game. So comfortable, so confident. Just doing anything they can. But earlier in the day, the Cressy show, it is no longer. Scrunk, STFN have been so darn good on this. They trade back and forth. Scrunk and STFN both do finally fall, but 3 players make that 1 player, make that 0 players for Endpoint, as alternate aTTaX are just ripping through them. Rifle round finally again for Endpoint, but alternate aTTaX, well, they've got a couple of guns of their own and they're not afraid to bring them to bear. Especially with the way they've been aggressive here. Endpoint have been struggling to deal with alternate aTTaX on the seaside. 2 rounds to 1. Still a start for alternate aTTaX. Hasn't put Endpoint in an easy position either. Mirbit. Setting up this for the team. Smoke. Goes on in Crucial. Looking to make this push, but he doesn't know if he can move on forward. There are so many players in the heart of this map looking to try and make these aggressive plays. Now looking towards that A site. So you are pushing on up. But you got to get around this U bend. STFN. So try to rest the team. A good molly will force out anyone who would be playing that position, but no one playing it today. He peeks on back through. Does manage to get 1. And with Slacks finding that shot, they take down another and take control on the site. The smokes are in place. The sprays come on through. And Endpoint gonna have to have something right about them. That could be it. Find the first. Looking for a second. Managed to take it, but Crucial. Taken down through the smoke. 2 versus 3. And on the defense, you could stretch those 2 players pretty darn far. Alternate aTTaX, I think they're maybe looking to go for a rotate, but I don't think they have time. They need to make this play. They've decided, they know. They understand that they can't go for this one. Surreal getting a bit of damage, but as he tries to drop, because of that flash, it isn't enough. Slacks hits the shot, looks towards the ground, and, well, cool guys don't look at their kills. Alternate attacks. Showing they certainly live up to their name. Lots of different things, playing around and really shutting down this endpoint offense. Sorry, defense. Mibbit. Starting to set up these mollies for the team as all of them moving into place. Pieces on a chessboard. Robin. Only with a 5-7. The rest of his team has a little bit more firepower behind him, but he's on this B site. No one's really pushing that for the most part. As I say that, attacks are actually setting up for this. Good molly and a good flash. I mean, they can start to move on up. Did you mute my phone? Good kill from Thomas with that CZ, but no rifle gained off of it. Gonna run out of ammo pretty soon. You have to be careful. Good HE gives an idea of where this player is to Cressy. Don't know if he's gonna check for it. Crucial is just waiting in the corner. Peeks on out, but there is the flick, and alongside those other frags picked up by alternate attacks, Endpoint are reeling. And they haven't seemed to recover from game 2. They've been absolutely on it, have attacks, and Endpoint can't find a word in edgeways. They found a couple of rounds, but on the side where they should be succeeding, they looked mediocre. And on the side where they shouldn't, well, they've looked less so. Deagle shots aplenty. It's been close. We've had many a round which have gone back and forth, but alternate attacks, on the whole, able to just close out pretty much every round. Exactly how they need to. Endpoint. Might just be picking this one up. Sorry, might be losing this one. I said the wrong team. Rifle round for Endpoint. It's time to nut up or shut up. If they don't take this, they don't have the economy. They can't take even to overtime. Maybe overtime they can force up. Something along those lines. But this is the big one. They don't win this round, no way in hell. Ultimate attacks have been running a train right now. Seems like the train has no brakes. Sure, it slowed down in the first half, but it hasn't finished. That one's for sure. Endpoint, need your energy right now. This is the time to go. They're holding well, but alternate attacks haven't really tested them yet this round. With these rifles, it's their best opportunity to answer. Skunk moving on up. It's Robin. Continue to make sure no one can really push onto the safe line. 7. Skunk eats a little bit of damage from the nade, but probably too much. He's happy to respond in kind. Skunk. Out for a little bit more. Some spray comes through the wall, but doesn't really land onto anyone. And Slacks, they're going to get aggressive with this ore. This is the go time. It's now or never. Endpoint have some good utility to try and keep them alive, but Ducci trades back and forth. Robin takes down Skunk, but Thomas is obliterated right now. Mighty Max gets the frag he needs to. An advantage for Team Endpoint here. Robin holding well. Trades back and forth. Mighty Max even takes one down before finally falling. Smoke comes on through. They don't find the shot, but they see him last. And Crucial picks up the round that they need to have. Endpoint, now you've got rifles. Now you've got a round. Sure, your opponent has more than enough to buy rifle after rifle after rifle. But you need to win pretty much every single round ahead of you. You drop one, right now, it's over. You can't not win. You haven't got the money to support a buy in round 14. Sorry, in the point time where attacks are on 14 wins. You haven't got the money even to really support when they're on match point, but you've got to do something. Something they're doing. Early sprays. Trying to lead to something. Cressy watching for rotate. See if anyone pushes up aggressively. Thomas with the molly early. Flash comes on in. Mighty Max peeks out a little bit, but doesn't find any information yet. Alternate attacks have so much utility left. Endpoint on the CT side, often put into a position where they just have to do this. A good little bit of damage onto STFN, and Mighty Max manages to get out of dodge just in time. However, the execute is coming. Robin rotates away from his angle. If this is a push from Mirbit, this could be bad for them. You see? Flashes and smokes coming on through the molly, over towards that position. Skrunk continuing to move on up, trying to find any head he can. Spray comes on through. Cressy finds one, but the refrag is there. Mighty Max swings wide as well. Just about manages to dodge these shots. Picks up the AK. I mean, looks comfortable with it, but on the flank, you know it's Mirbit. He was looking for this the entire round, and now they've got this site control. Everything is under Eternal Attack's control. Endpoint, they need to make the retake. They have to go for this. They cannot just wait. First frag is good, but refrag comes on in, and Mirbit baited out into the line of fire. 2 versus 2. A bit of a retake for both, honestly, with the flashes coming on in. Sax tries to get a pre-fire, but now they know where he is. He's given away his position. He's going to smoke and try and get out of there. The flash as well to try and aid him in this endeavor. Skrunk holding strong, but trying to bait out on that position. He holds the shot. Skrunk finds it. And alternate attacks, 1 step away from match point here. With that money, Endpoint though, they have enough for a buy of sorts. They're going to be buying these Deagles. They're looking for overtime. That is their big shot. These Deagles can net them a little bit. Maybe even find a round if they're lucky. But they're betting on going to 50-50. They win this round, great. They put themselves in a great position, but that's going to be hard. The real story comes after that. You have to win 6 straight rounds to take it to overtime, or 7 to take it, if they win this one. Attacks. Find the first frag, and, well, that doesn't bode well for the Deagles. They get 1. They manage to trade 2 for 1. That headshot, more than enough to make him pay his dues. Skrunk, a little bit over-aggressive here, and not where he wanted to be. Mirbit. Aggressively, that's a good spray, but crucial, doesn't go down. He stays up. Life's still kicking. Hands over that rifle to the teammate, and that could be the most key weapon changeover in this series. Robin now with that, sitting right at the back. Smokes come on in. Automatic weapons make this situation so much easier for the CT side, because they can spray through the smokes. They can get people down. They can go for the wallbangs. They can go for everything they need to. Surreal, he feels unsure. He saw last round. He knows what happens there. He's expecting the rotate, but it isn't there. Cressy's pushed on up. Smokes and mollies coming on in. That might just finish off Crucial if he's not careful. He needs to make sure he doesn't backpedal. Those shots swing by him harmlessly. Surreal does not find the frag onto Cressy that he needed to find. The defuse, sorry, the plant is going down. Robin finds one, finds the second. That is it. Endpoint keeping themselves in with a fighting chance. Endpoint can see it. They can taste it. They can smell it. But alternate attacks won't let them have it without a fight. You can see it in them. Picking up rifles here. Forcing up. They know they've got a couple more rounds to buy. They only need to win 1 to put them onto that final 1. 2 to take it all. And what a sweet victory it would be. Defeating those that put them in the loser's bracket in the first place. And in such emphatic fashion. Just like game 2. Sax takes a whole bunch of damage, but still keeps on kicking. A lot of utility on that player. And Skrunk potentially in a position to receive a rifle in the near future. Mirbit puts that nade on over as Robin has to be careful. Still looks like a bit of a pile towards the A site, but it's going to be a little bit of time before that happens. Alternate attacks, putting those flashes on out, looking to push up these ramps now. Mirbit moving into position, making sure he has the bomb before doing so. So the rest of the team starting to move on in, but you can see Endpoint starting to collapse. The only player not there is Surreal, where he has to be here. Mirbit is watching the behind, expecting the flank. We know it's coming. These smokes, good. Endpoint buying himself some time. The AWP is here. Crucial. He finds that no-scope. Absolutely massive. Thomas playing on the top here. Finds one. Almost finds a second. Scrunk going down to half. And alternate attacks. They're feeling a little bit awkward now. They get caught with their pants down through the smoke. Thomas finishes off 2. Mirbit, the only one remaining, does manage to pick up something. And the molly will finish off Thomas as well. 3 versus 1. Mighty Max holding the angle. Pushing the angle now. Finishes off Mirbit. 11-14. No weapons now for aTTaX. This is going to be a pistol round from them. They're saving up for the next round. Endpoint should have this. This should be theirs. The question is, do they drop into a pistol round? It's happened before. They have to be careful. They cannot give the disrespect over to aTTaX right now. The tension is palpable. Max with an early molly to stop any potential aggression from these pistols. The position which they really want to be in is up close and personal, as well, when you're there, everything's pretty easy. That's a fantastic nade. Surreal gets so much information out of that. Tries to make the jump. Oh, a lot of damage there onto Surreal, but he is still alive. Thomas crouches back down, gets the spray, takes down Scrunk. Doesn't even take any damage for it. An Endpoint, holding the angles they need, they know they need to. Robin, looking to peek on a round. But no one's pushing yet. You can see a lot of them waiting to push onto B with these pistols. They've got the utility, it can be easy. Deagles don't even find their mark. They find a bit of damage, but not quite the kill. Cressy and STFN, last remaining players. It's a molly. It's really going to put them out of commission if they try and move on in it. Good shots here from Surreal, but don't quite finish it off. STFN finds one. He takes down another with that Glock, but doesn't have a rifle still. And 1 versus 3 with only a Glock. Well, that's never going to end well. Endpoint. Rifles versus rifles. This is the big test. You win this, you're 13-14. You're one step away, one pistol round away. Sorry, one rifle into pistol round away from evening the score, from taking it all the way. We could be going to overtime. It is only fitting that we go to overtime here on Vertigo. Happened the last time I was here. Happens most of the times I cast Endpoint. What an exciting way to end an action-packed day, honestly. Using the flash, trying to get a little bit aggressive here. Any advantage that these teams can take could lead to a white or sheep victory. Endpoint. Worried. Very worried. You can see them putting 2 players on B, where before they'd rotate someone over quickly. But they're right in doing this. Right now, ultimate attacks, they're setting up for this push. The utility comes on in. Flashes come on in. Smokes go by. There's the spray. We do see Thomas trade out 1 for 1, but Surreal is holding the angle, and that is bomb down now. This is big. Endpoint have the advantage, player advantage, and a positional advantage. Cressy is gone. Surreal sprayed from behind as Slacks picks up 2. 2 versus 2, and they have bomb now. Slacks looking for this plant, but waiting just around the corner. Misses that no-scope, but the second one will do it. And as he tries to push on forward, Crucial doesn't manage to get it. Slacks, smoked, in position. Looks away. Might just go down here. The P250 is more than enough. But Crucial doesn't know that. 23 HP on STFN. You can do this. STFN picking up now is finally taken down. Endpoint 13-14. They're looking at this 14-14 with glee right now. Freeze time. Makes a lot of sense. aTTaX feeling shook. The momentum they had from game 2 is gone. What do they do now? Do they force up here? They could. I miscalculated my money. They don't have a pistol round. They have a full buy if they want to go for it. But they might lack a little bit on utility. They haven't got absolutely everything for everyone. They don't have an orb, which is, well, Slax's wheelhouse here. This information is going... This period of consolidation is going to be key to what's coming up next. And it might show why having a coach is oh so important. Endpoint, obviously having Rossa in the coaching slot right now, whereas aTTaX, they're alone in the booth. But it might just show that talent, like aTTaX, can just take it. They just need to get their heads in the game. Pistols here. They're making sure they have the full buy next. They don't want to mess around. They're not letting Endpoint ruin their rhythm. They're setting the pace. They're on T side. They have the bomb. The onus is on them to make the play, yes. But as a result, it's all up to them. And if they catch a couple of players off guard from Endpoint here, there's not much money to be left around. Max holding the angle, gets one, takes a lot of damage, but goes down finally. Takes down Slacks, but gets some onto STFN. Deagle in hand now for Mirbit. They haven't got that rifle because he's playing so far back. Cressy sneaks in. That smoke sets them up so well. STFN baiting out shots, now moving to orange. As you can hear, utility go down around them. 4 players left for ultimate attacks. And Endpoint now have to make the push. They have to make the play. They have to get it done. And this is it. They lose this round, they have no money. What do Endpoint do here if they don't win this? They have to go for it. And Cressy and STFN are playing so far forward. They know the time is on their side. They know that the angles are on their side. STFN takes down one. Goes down himself as the frags go back and forth. Crucial misses one of the most important shots here. This could be it. He jumps through, but Thomas stopped in his tracks. Skrunk finishes off Crucial, and Endpoint dropping everything at the last hurdle. SMGs and Deagles are their only solace right now. They need to pull a victory from the ashes right now. Match point for alternate attacks. They can feel it. They know it's there. They've been here before. And oh so sweet it will be. Opening picks like that only serve to make it so much sweeter. Slacks absolutely on it right now. Mirbit finds the frag as well, and Crucial and Thomas, the only remaining players. 2 Deagles versus full rifles and so much utility left. No control of the map, no control of sights. Endpoint tried so hard. Couldn't quite make it. Last little bit of this round. More lip service than anything. Endpoint trying desperately to make that miracle play, but playing into so much. Finding a pick, at least some solace. But Cressy falls as well. Thomas finally goes down. The shot about to come through from Mirbit, but it's STFN who finds that final frag. And aTTaX pick it up 16-13.